to cut and sew this beautiful underbust shirred top. In this video, I'll take you on a step-by-step method on how to achieve one for yourself. This is a beginner-friendly tutorial, so stay tuned. So in the making of this underbust shirred top, the first thing I'm gonna have to do is to fold my fabric into 4 equal parts. So to know the amount of fabric you will need for this, what you have to do is your bust measurement, you go ahead and divide it by 4, then go ahead and add extra 7 to 8 inches to it. Having done that, the next thing I have to do is to rule a starting line, that is our shoulder line, and also where all our measurements are going to start from. I hope you understand. After doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to start inputting our measurements. Now, what we have to do is to take our shoulder measurement. So my shoulder measurement divided by 2 is 7.5. So I've just gone ahead to mark 7.5 over there. Now, from that point here, from that 7.5 inch, I'm going to extend to my sleeve length. That is the length I want my sleeve to be. And for me, I want it to be 7 inches. So I just marked it there. So you can make your sleeve to be 8 inches or 9 inches. It totally depends on you. After doing that, the next thing I'll go ahead and do is to take my neck width measurement. So for me, for this dress, I want it to be 6 inches for the neck width. You can also mark 5 inches if you want, but I marked 6 inches. Now from that point of our sleeve length, I came down by 1 inch and I went ahead to connect it to our neck width measurement, which is that 6 inches point. I hope you understand. So pay attention carefully. And after doing that, I'm going to place my tape from the starting line over here, and I'll be going down by my bust line. My bust line is 10 inches, so I just went ahead to mark 10 inches on these 2 points here. I hope you see. So I'm marking it on the 2 points so that we can get a straighter line like this, just like this. So I'm gonna have to just connect those 2 points, and I'm gonna have to label it the bust line so that you won't get confused. And I'll also place my tape also on the starting line, and I'll be going down by my underbust measurement. Now my underbust measurement is 13 inches, but I don't want it to start exactly from 13 inches. So I went ahead to add extra half inch. So what I came down by was 13.5 inches. After doing that, the next thing I'll just go ahead and do is to just connect those 2 points together. And after connecting it, I just went ahead to label it our underbust line. The next thing I'll go ahead and do is to place our tape on our starting line. I'll be taking the full length of our top. Now this top, by the time I'm done, I want it to be 21 inches. But you know, we are going to shade this top, so it's going to go up a little bit. So I went ahead to add extra 1 inch to make it 22. Then the remaining 1 inch is for the folding allowance of our top. So what we are going to use to hem the down part of our top. So guys, after doing that, the next thing I'll go over and do is to come to this bust line over here, and I'll be taking my round bust measurement divided by 4. It is 8.5 inch. So I went ahead to mark it. Then I went ahead to add extra 5.5 inches allowance. Now the 5 inch allowance is for the shredding allowance, and the remaining half inch is for the stitching allowance. Now I'll connect from this sleeve line point there all the way to this bust line point there. That part I marked. And from this bust line here, I'll go in by 1 inch, and what I'll go ahead now and measure what I have here. Anything I have here, I'll go ahead and mark it on the under bust line, just like this. I'll just give it a mark like this. Then I'll also go ahead and measure whatever I have there. I'll just measure it on our full length line, which is the end of this fabric, like this. So please guys, I hope you are paying attention closely. This is it here, and I'll go ahead and just connect all those points together. So I'll be connecting first from the bust line all the way down to the end of the fabric like this. Now from this part here, I'll carve out a little armhole to these points like this, just like this. So go ahead and do the same thing on yours. But make sure you're using your own body measurements. Do not use mine, because we might not be the same size. So guys, after doing that, I'll come over to this underbust line, and I'll be going down by 5 inches. Now you can go down by 4 inches or 6 inches. It totally depends on you. So after marking 5 inches on mine, I just went ahead to just connect all those dots together. The next thing I'll go ahead and do is to determine the spacing I want for this. So for me, I'll be spacing mine with half inch. So from that underbust line, I'll space using half inch all the way to the 5 inches point we just ruled. Now you can space with 1 inch or 0.75. It totally depends on how wide you want your spacing to be. But for me, I'm working with 0.5 inch, which is half inch, like this. So guys, if you have watched this tutorial to this point, please do well to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to turn on your notifications so that whenever I post, you'll be able to receive more amazing tutorials like this. Guys, I am done giving the spacing, and you can see what it looks like. Now that I've done that, the next thing I'll go ahead and do now is to cut this out. So we are going to be following through this line here. Just be cutting out this part here, just like this. So guys, if you have watched this tutorial to this point, please do well to like this video and share this video to someone who you think will find it helpful. If you have done that, thank you very much. So on this shoulder part here, I'll be going up with about ½ inch. That ½ inch is we are going to use it to join our shoulders, like to stitch. So that is the ½ inch allowance. I hope you understand. So don't cut exactly on the line you drew. So just go up with about ½ inch. After you have done that, you'll come over to this point here, and we are going to be taking our neck depth. So for this neck line, I want it to be 3 inches by the time I'm done. So what I'll be marking here is 2.5 inches. Why is because when I mark 2.5 inches now, when I fold it, it's going to come down to 3 inches. Do you understand what I mean? So I marked 2.5 inches, and I'll be folding the neckline now with ½ inch, and it will come down to 3 inches. So I want my neck measurement to be, neck depth measurement to be 3 inches by the time I'm done with this clothes. So if you want yours to be 2.5 inches, what you have to do is just to mark 2 inches. Then when you fold it, it will now be 2.5 inches. I hope you understand. Now guys, I'm gonna head to open up our dress, and this is what it looks like. And you know what you have to do now? If you notice, this line we drew is at the back part. And now while you're drawing this line, is maybe if you're a beginner, you don't want to make mistakes with your spacing. Now, instead of doing it at the back now like this, you can go ahead and transfer it to on the front, that is on the right side of your fabric, so that it will be easier for you when you start stitching on your machine. I hope you understand me. So you transfer what you have here, that's ½ inch part, to the right side of the fabric. So guys, before I do that, I'll go ahead and bring our elastic thread, and I'll bring our reeler. Now, to make sure when you shred this on your dress, when you put this elastic thread on your dress, it doesn't have that ripish sound when you draw it. What you have to do is to soak your elastic thread inside a cup of water for about 30 minutes to 1 hour. So how you're going to know it's ready to be used is when it's no longer floating on the water, but has settled down inside the water. Now, if you notice that, you just bring it out from the water and just dry it so that it doesn't drip water when you are reeling it inside your reeler. Now guys, another important thing to take note is that when you are reeling it, do not use your sewing machine to do that. Please do not do that. And when you're also use your hand, and when you're also using your hand, make sure you're doing it carefully. Don't be drawing the elastic thread. Just do it carefully, guys, and make sure the reeler doesn't get full with the elastic thread. Just make sure it's on a reasonable or average amount, just the way I did mine. So guys, I'll drop this aside, and I'll go ahead and bring our shuttle. I'll be putting it inside our shuttle, but if you look like this, it's thicker than our normal thread. It will not be able to pass through. So I'll just bring my little screwdriver and just open up that screw a little bit. That screw that is on that shuttle, I opened it up a little bit, and it was able to pass through. Now I'll go ahead and put it in our sewing machine. Having done that, the next thing I'll go ahead and do is to place my tape from here. Remember, we have turned this fabric now to the right side, and I'm just marking the 13.5 inches for our underbust line here. So guys, when you're marking yours, don't forget to add that ½ inch we kept for the shoulder allowance to stitch the shoulder. I forgot to add mine. So if I had added mine, what I would have come down by was 14, not 13.5 inches. So make sure where your underbust line, go ahead and add that extra ½ inch you kept for your shoulder when you were cutting. So guys, after doing that, I'm just coming down by 5 inches from that point, from our underbust line. I just came down by 5 inches, just exactly the same thing we did at the back. That is what I'm just repeating here at the front. The only difference is that ½ inch you're supposed to add when you are coming down. Now from this point here, from that underbust line to the 5 inch line, I'm just spacing with about ½ inch, the same way I did at the back. So I told you can space with 1 inch or 0.75 inch. It totally depends on you. Now I'll do the same thing I did here. I'll do the same line on this other one. So one is 7 as our front piece, and the other one is 7 as our back piece. So I'll go over now and just stitch them. So guys, after stitching them, this is what they look like. You can see how stretchy it is, and when I stretched it, I didn't hear that ripping sound. Why? Because we soaked our thread inside water for some time. Guys, next thing I'll come over to do is at this neckline here, I'll be folding it by ½ inch, just like the way I told you, so that it will now come down to 3 inches for the neck depth. So I'll just fold like this. You can see where I'm folding. I'll fold for both the front piece and the back piece. Now guys, let me go over and do that. And this is it here. I'm done folding it. You can see how neat it's looking like. I've done the same thing for the other piece here. You can see both of them. Now the next thing I'll do is just to place them like this, and I'll come over to this armhole part here, and I'll be folding also with about 1 inch here for all the 4 sides. So I'll just go over and do that. This is it here, guys. I'm done folding. You can see how neat it's also looking like. The next thing I'll go over to do is to place this very well. Place the front piece and the back piece like this. So make sure I just went ahead to pin it down so that it doesn't shift when we stitch. So what I have to do now is to stitch down the shoulders of both the front and the back piece. And guys, after stitching, this is what it looks like. And see how neat it's looking like. Now the next thing we have to do is to make sure both sides of the front and back aligns properly, just like this. So I'll make sure they are placed properly, and I'll go ahead and stitch using about 1/2 inch. So I'll just use my pins to pin them down just like this. And after pinning it down, I'll come to this down part here, and I'll be folding with about 1 inch. That 1 inch we kept when we were cutting this piece. Now guys, I'll go over now and stitch it and show you what it looks like. And guys, this is what it looks like after I was done stitching both sides. You can see how neat and clean it's looking like. And I've also gone ahead to fold the down part. And guys, our underbust shirred top is ready. So I'm just turning it over to the front for you to see. See it here, guys. You can go ahead now and just iron it out as your last finishing, and your underbust shirred top is ready, guys. Wasn't this tutorial helpful? If it was, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so, and do well to turn on your notification so that you'll be notified whenever I upload new tutorials, and do well to share this video to someone who you think will find it helpful. And guys, don't forget to like and comment if you'll be trying style out. See you in my next video. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.